Back. Time now for a full look at weather with our chief meteorologist, Dan Cianca. Dan, I gotta say, this weekend, weather was absolutely beautiful, but I understand you're keeping an eye on some possible rain later this week.
Well, yeah, we've been watching this weather system since early last week that is expected to make its way through our area this coming week. It is a complicated system that has many moving parts, so let's start breaking it down for you. We're going to start with just a quick recap of today. Here's a look at our sunset from Salinas today. What you may have noticed today, unlike recent days, is we had low clouds at sunset. They did kind of push in this evening. You can see them in the foreground there with the colorful sunshine in the background. Today's temperatures were still pretty warm. In fact, we had 80s in some areas. Look at Soledad. Both Soledad and Bradley were our hot spots today at 81 degrees. Hollister in the upper 70s. These temperatures were very warm for this time of year. Salinas, Watsonville, Santa Cruz, Monterey, all in the 70s. Most of us should be in the 60s now this time of year. Our normal highs cool rapidly through the month of November to our wintertime normal. So typically we're much cooler. Today we were much warmer, but we're starting to see the beginnings of this weather system working its way in. Some high clouds that have been moving throughout the course of the day today, and an initial cold front moving into northern California. We can see some rain associated with that stretching up into the Pacific Northwest. But the parent storm system, which is right here, is digging southward, bringing some cold air along with it, and several areas of circulation or low pressure centers, if you will. And this is going to sit offshore for a good portion of the week and may throw some rounds of rain at us. It's not really an easy pick as far as what to expect with this system. Oftentimes we get one cold front that moves through. We get a big band of rain along it, or an atmospheric river, that's focused on one specific coastal area. This thing's just going to kind of sit out here over the Pacific and just kind of throw weak little waves of rain at us occasionally this week, and then it will move through eventually. But as it does so, it'll probably be in a weakened state. So, what we've been talking about is the potential for some heavy rain and some gusty wind. That's still possible. In fact, the winds will be gusty over the next couple of days. But I'm not at this point expecting a long duration period of heavy rain. I think the flooding risk with this system is pretty low. We may see some ponding on the roadways, but the ultimate thing is it's just going to be kind of with us for most of the week. Here's what I'm talking about. We can see it digging farther south tomorrow, and initially you might see a couple sprinkles thrown our way. Then it somewhat retrogrades back to the west as we head into Tuesday, and notice the precipitation kind of gets farther away from us. Now, eventually, as it kind of wobbles back around, it looks like one wave is going to get pushed through late Wednesday, and then we get maybe a little bit of a break Thursday before the whole system starts to move through Friday into Saturday. All the while, we will have rain chances as we progress through the week. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this all plays out. What you can be prepared for, obviously, is hopefully you spend this weekend making sure that you're ready as far as your gutters are concerned. We are going to get some wind in the next couple of days. I'm not seeing anything extreme at this point in time, but certainly enough that we could see some debris blowing around at times. And then high pressure builds back in next weekend, which is probably going to warm us back up. But let's take a look at our short-term futurecast. Low clouds overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Our southerly flow really starts to kick in. And with that, a few light little sprinkly showers may be possible along the coast overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. We're seeing a little bit of green showing up there. Winds will really start to pick up out of the south throughout the day tomorrow as the system starts to build in. So light winds early in the day. By the latter portion of the day, we'll start to see some gusty winds coming in off the water into Santa Cruz especially, and down along the exposed coast. Now tomorrow evening, a little bit of drizzle, light precipitation possible, especially around the bay, maybe not so much inland, but just again, some light waves of precipitation expected here over the next couple of days as this moves its way through. A quick look at your temperature forecast tomorrow. Santa Cruz, you were in the 70s today? Tomorrow, 60. You'll be lucky to get there with the southerly winds off the water. 60 in Capitola, 50s in the Santa Cruz Mountains. A big cool down with a deeper onshore push out of the southwest tomorrow. Mid 60s in San Juan Bautista, a little bit warmer in Hollister, cooler certainly back toward the bay. Salinas, Utah out at 67 tomorrow. Over to the peninsula. Mostly low 60s. In fact, Pebble Beach doesn't get out of the 50s with that southerly flow tomorrow, so you're going to be cool once again. And then down south, well, today we had 80s in Soledad, Bradley, but you're going to be in the upper 60s tomorrow. So a big change in our temperatures with that moist southwesterly flow. So here's that 7-day forecast again. A couple of isolated showers possible right along the coast tomorrow. Mostly just some light stuff. Now as the system retrogrades on Tuesday, we'll actually warm back up. Winds will still be there though. There's still a slight chance of a shower or two, but nothing major I don't think Monday and Tuesday. The better chance of rain will be later in the day Wednesday as that first wave comes through. And then I think on Friday as the full system passes by, we have a chance of some more beneficial rains with that as well. And then showers could linger all the way into Saturday. So really we have a chance of rain for the next 6 days straight. After that, it looks dry for another week. So really just kind of looking at an unsettled period, which you see on our inland forecast as well. Although you're not likely to see any rain inland until Wednesday. So it's a little shorter period for you, but it's going to be an interesting week. Make sure to stay tuned to the forecast. Obviously, we'll keep you up to date, but there are a lot of moving parts with this system, Austin.
Definitely a lot to look out for. Thank you so much, Dan.